Listen to this chucklehead.
Well, it's not going to alleviate the heat problem right now. But we also have a number of programs to do everything from allow people to have the ability to get help to literally paint their roofs white, to change their windows and doors and get tax credits for doing it, so air conditioning doesn't escape. To be able, there's a whole bunch of programs that are out there.
Who's this comedian, by the way? Like, I recognize him from someplace. He makes good comedy shows, doesn't he? I felt like since the writers went on strike, there is no more comedy, but like this guy is killing it. So, in order to prevent the air conditioning from escaping, we gotta use tax cuts and painting roofs white and replacing windows. I remember when California had a news article about painting the street white. And I said, this is a new level of insanity, is it? Like, you know you're in a cult when you're doing this. But I heard this story, though. You know, it's like using lamb's blood over your door so that Mother Gaia doesn't smite your house or something. Like, now it's painting it white. I mean, look, you need to mention you're not a scientist. Because unless you're a scientist, you can't talk about policy, right? Like, you're supposed to vote for people, but only the scientists can talk about actual policy. So I'm not a scientist, but correct me if I'm wrong. The color white doesn't stay white for long, does it? Like, even if I were to assume, and I generally do not think that this is the case. I do not think that heat is lost just because the sun finds a white surface. Like, the heat just disappears. I don't think the laws of thermodynamics work like that. But let's assume that the color white is just absorbing the sun. It doesn't stay white for long. Like, did you ever have a white shirt? Right? So when you go outside and there's dust and pollution and stuff, it starts becoming brown, doesn't it? It's very bizarre. Like who is advising these people? Why do they have a job? Like how do you become an expert into this shit? Because I think I can become one as well. I think I can come up with better solution than these things. It's like painting your house white. Okay, so what happens when there is a rain? And let's say there's a muddy rain, you know, it also carries dust and particles from the pollution. Well, what about birds that poop? You know, like if you have your house in an area where there's a lot of birds and they shit all over the place, is it going to stay white for long? So bizarre, especially the roads. You have cars that travel on the road. Not to mention, the fact that you can actually cause a traffic accident. I mean, the concept of snow blindness exists. And when you drive here and there's snow, the snow isn't, in front of it. It's on the left and the right. They warn the driver. It's like, hey, drive carefully. Now imagine everything is fucking white. It was back when Trump was saying, oh my god, Trump suggested that we nuke a hurricane. This is perfectly fine. This is not laughable, right? So we're painting our houses white so the air conditioning doesn't escape. Keep the air conditioning locked up, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.